sweater on.
Okay, so if you're just joining me on the stream, this is Lakrykan. Today we are going to be doing FOA. Their raid is going to be starting soon. And as soon as that starts, and we'll be getting going with some wonderful raids. So it's actually, I believe, starting... Put that in the chat real quick. I believe it's going to start right around 7:30ish, 8 o'clock, give or take, and it'll run until about 10:30 tonight. I'll be live streaming the whole thing, and so for right now, we're just going to run through some other stuff. Some of the changes, mostly. Mind you, I do have some class changes, some various things that happened with the new release. So for those of you who have not, let me introduce you to some of my add-ons. My action bars here are actually from this right here, Bartender. It allows me to move a lot of my action bars around, shift them around, put them where I want them. You can separate them, you can create bigger gaps. They got a lot of different options. I really like them because it allows you to tailor it all to yourself. One of the other ones I commonly use is called ELV UI. This is my UI add-on, which actually allows me to change my entire user, basically my user interface. That's how I'm getting these and stuff like that. Now the damage meter I prefer is called details. That's how I have these 3 up here, and I got one down here that says this is for my spells, so I know what spell I'm doing the most damage with. And then up here shows my damage taken, so I can monitor, you know, if I'm standing in something a lot. All I got to do is hover over it, and it'll show me where it's coming from. I just click on it, and it'll give me a nice little... I can also compare to someone else in the group. So if I see someone else taking a lot of less damage, I can actually check them out and make sure that, you know, maybe I'm taking damage from something a little more than everyone else. That's something I should avoid more, so that I take less damage to keep more weight off the healers. So one of the other things that I use is right here. Actually, this came to me from one of the guild members. His name is Rufus. It's called Decursive. Decursive is a wonderful thing because if you have like Cleanse or Dispel or anything like that, what happens is in this, if I can dispel it or get rid of it, this will turn red. And all I do is go over to it, click it real quick, and bam, whoever it was is now healed and cured. So that's really a nice aspect to have. Even if you're a DPSer like I am, I'm currently Ret. I'm off spec as a tank. So a lot of times what this kind of boils down to is, you know, even though I'm DPS, being able to just hit that click real quick just to get somebody's curse off of them or some kind of debuff is actually really beneficial to the raid. If there's any questions about anything that I have on my aspect here, just feel free to ask. I'll give you the best answer I can. Some of my add-ons are fairly new, so I don't really know them all that well. I am a member of a guild called Fellowship of Azeroth. As you can see, there are 12 people on right now. I am currently sitting in the raid channel of the Discord for my guild. And so as soon as that gets started, you guys will be actually in there with us. Now, just because I'm hoping to live stream this does not mean that I will be invited to the raid. I'm only hoping to be invited. Though generally we invite a lot of people. We're working with a sister guild. That guild is Holy Sanchez. My character is... This is my main character. I actually started World of Warcraft with this years ago. He was actually my very first. When I started him, he was a Ret Pally. So he's kind of coming full circle and going back to being a Ret Pally. He is an enchanter. Enchanting has changed a little bit. Now the enchants are actually spread and split by expansion. So you got Legion there, and your skills go up by your expansion. So I'm only 81 out of 100 for Legion, and I'm currently 65 out of 150 for this expansion. And then of course I got jewel crafting, cooking. I use cooking a lot actually. These are the new ones. So actually to give you 100 in the stat there, 75 on this one. So you can see, you know, you got various things that you can cook. The haunches here give me critical. This one is versatility. Sailor's Pie is mastery. And fish and chips is haste. And then you got regular light meals. You got desserts. You got lots of different things. So it's really good to actually have a well-versed array. These are just some of the fishes I've caught so far. The salmon is among the rarest. They're also one of the most expensive. As you can see, if I cursor over this, one salmon currently is going for almost 500 gold. So if you were to, say, harvest up 100 of these, that's almost, that would be about 50,000 gold, give or take. So yeah, fishing can be lucrative. Pardon me. As you can see, that basically a stack of these frenzied fang teeth. You know, you can see what they're going for. They're fairly common. The snapper, another fairly common one. But you know, if you fish a lot, that's a good way to make some money. And if you're a cook and can make these buff foods, just the big one. This is the one that gives the 100. As you can see, just for the 4 that I have, I could sell these for up to 15,000. I'm not going to, but I could. The 75 one is only a couple of hundred. So right there, you're seeing the difference between a 25 stat increase. You know, everybody wants that higher increase. Right now, I have the artifact fishing pole on my back. It gives you a number of benefits. The biggest of them being that when I'm out fishing, let's see here, I'll pull that up real quick. So what I have here is schools. So if I'm going back to Legion, I can use this. Black Barracuda angling basically grants a chance to fish up an entire school in one shot. But that's not really what's going to help us in this run. Surface tension, so I can walk on water. The Underlight Blessing allows me to become a fish and swim underwater. Undercurrent teleports me to the nearest fishing node. So there are a number of benefits there. Probably one of the better fishing poles. I kind of wish they would have come out with one for Battle for Azeroth, but it is what it is. And as you can see, I am currently a 301. Oh, wait. If I put this back on, I am currently a 321 item level. So you can see the big difference between, you know, the item levels. Come over here, take a look. So right now it's saying that we hold the stronghold Stormguard Keep that controls are at the Highlands. The S-17 spies report that the Horde is contributing to their own war effort. So they only have 6 days and 18 hours left to get this bar full. And right here is where your table is and all that. Open this up, and as you can see, there's a lot of different ones that you can utilize. Right now I have one for the 7th Legion accommodation, which is you want a reputation with the 7th Legion because that's how you gain well, for one, it's how you gain new quests in the new land. For two, it's one of the prerequisites for the Dark Iron Dwarves. So for that 3rd and final class that was just released, this is you got to have 7th Legion in order to get that. Let's see, what do we have available here? That'd be a nice little trinket. It's a healing trinket. I could hit both of those. I'll have to think about that one. Ooh, I need to hurry up and do this one. There we go. So I need to go back to Realis so that I can go to Drustbar. I'm just going to cheat. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to Drustbar. There's a 340 piece I can get over there by doing 4 dailies over there. So essentially, I'm going to go ahead and plan what I want here. So that's artifact. It's an Azurite cluster, war resources. So I do need that. Let's see. So we're just going to fly here, because most of what I need is going to be around that. And I got some nice cluster of dailies there. That'll allow me the perfect opportunity to hit whatever I need. Starting to get all of our raiders on.
I guess the kids are going to start running down here at night. Well, Dad made the suggestion because he's seen the basement under that airport play area.
Okay.
bit. And then it's bedtime, okay? Love you.
I love you too.
When are you going to start streaming? In an hour, or are you streaming now?
I'm currently streaming.
Well, I'm going to put a movie on, and then I'm going to try to put these clothes away. And I'm going to slowly work that box of toys over into that area. And just so that you're aware.
Howdy.
What's up?
Oh, not much. Rocking out a few dailies. Hopefully get enough to grab this 340 piece.
Oh, honestly, instead of just constantly bringing the toys down here, she's
I'm
not
trying to
gonna
get to
ever take them back
level
upstairs.
20 with my
She needs to just
necklace.
get rid of them. Right then and there. Because as soon as we get our stuff out of storage, she ain't gonna be able to bring them toys down here anymore.
Yeah, right now I'm live streaming.
I never tried that.
Well, I used to be on Twitch. Now I operate YouTube as well, too, so it kind of combines everything up.
Does it pay to do that?
Can. If you have enough subscribers and that, you can earn a bit.
Nice.
But it's all based on your subscribers.
Have you guys killed the boss yet?
Oh, they haven't started raiding yet.
Okay, it's first time tonight, right? Okay.
No, it's not the first time. Thursday was the first.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. Is there a boss dead yet?
I believe there is, actually.
Oh, nice.
You're not gonna live long enough, Wenchy Poo. Yeah, it's actually, you know, when I started streaming, it was just to really share it. It wasn't so much to try to make a lot of cash.
Sharing it with friends and all?
Just sharing it with the general public. Sort of a mission more than anything. Trying to get people to realize that gamers are not just, you know, involved with the game, that we have more than just the game going on.
Oh, yeah. It's a whole community. That's why I'm back in the game for so long. I miss that. You probably remember me, the French Canadian.
Yes, I do.
There.
Yeah, I kind of look at this as though, you know, we're when I was trying, the message I'm trying to push out there is that, you know, we're family people as well as gamers. You know, a lot of people out there, especially in the dating world, women believe that gamers are always self-involved with the game, that we don't really notice our family.
Not really. Doesn't work like that. You can't ignore both, or one or the other. It has to work together. That's why I took a break to fix everything around me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to, you know, basically let people know is there's more to being a gamer than just filling your life up with games. You know, there are the gamers out there that are so consumed with the game that they don't know anything about what's going on and don't care. But it's not all of the gamers, and that's basically what I'm trying to let people know is that there are gamers out there that they have families and they deal with the families as well as the game. You know.
Yeah, issues. Life issues. And sometimes we discuss life issues in the game.
Sometimes. That's because, you know, like with the guild, we're like a brotherhood. You know, we all kind of chill out together, we work together, and a lot of times if something's going on, we listen to each other.
Yep. I remember that. Especially this guild. It's a pretty mature one.
Yeah, well, you also got to remember, most of the guys in this guild are either prior military, high-end professionals, or current military.
Yeah. That's what I told people around me. It's like, I'm not playing with bozos in their mom's basement. I'm playing with professionals and very serious people.
Hey, you're playing with at least one bozo. I'm just not in my mom's basement. I'm in my dad's basement.
That's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
Yeah, when my mom was sick, I came home to visit with her and then ran into some financial trouble, so I ended up staying with him longer, and then when she passed away, I chose to stay here and help my dad as much as I could.
That's honorable, man. That's okay, man. That's exactly what you had to do, man. Probably would have done the same.
I'm just trying to be the good son, you know. I mean, everybody kind of has their own views of things. I kind of look at it as, you know, I could be like all the others, but what's the sense in it?
That's why I'm back at single in a small apartment. Back to myself again, because I tried so many things and it didn't work. So I can't help people that don't want to help themselves.
That is true, more often than not.
I was like fighting for helping people, fighting with them for that. And I was like, and I woke up one day and I'm like, why am I fighting? You don't want it? I'm letting go.
Yeah, you can't help anyone that doesn't want to help themselves.
I was trying to think I was useless. I'm not useless. I was just not working with someone that was working the same way. Anyhow, that's the butt hook kicking in again.
There you go.
3 other guys are right away from level 20.
My daughter just climbed into bed. If you're not busy, can you take a second to go give her a hug and a kiss?
Oh, sure.
I told her she had 30 more minutes to play. She said she wanted to lay down in her bed, so she can have my phone for 30 more minutes, because then it'll be 8 o'clock.
All right. Well, let me get on this road here, and I will take a moment and go give my daughter hugs and kisses.
Love you, sweetheart.
Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And if they do, just bite them back. They'll quit.
She is responding to that thing I was telling you earlier.
Huh?
She seems to be responding pretty well to that trick I was doing earlier.
Okay.
When she's getting ready to have a fit, I tell her to stop. Remember, tell mommy what's mad. Are you sad or mad? She's getting better, because upstairs she was getting frustrated. And I'm like, what's the matter? Are you mad? She goes, no, I'm sad. And I asked her why. And she showed me your game. And I fixed it, and she was fine.
Okay, that's good.
I'll try doing that with her and see if it works for you. You're like, are we going again? No, we're not going. But I'll catch you. I'll take you tomorrow. Don't worry, when Mommy and Daddy get in the car, we'll go for coffee. I'll take you with us. Go puppy. Go puppy.